Hi everybody, Rob Keys here, and we are playing Star Citizen today. Specifically, we're going to try out the Arena Commander module because I was part of the first wave of invites to try out the PvP stuff. So, Arena Commander version 0.8 released like 2 weeks ago, and I let players jump into the ships they backed. At least some of them were available, and you could fly against AI-controlled bots in waves, and now they've started letting people try PvP stuff, and to do this, you actually have access to all of the training craft. So this is my starter ship, the Aurora. I'm not going to take that one into battle because it's just going to get owned. It's not very battle savvy or maneuverable, and it only has 2 guns, I think. But, as you can see here, the flagship fighter, the Hornet, is available to try in this mode. So I'm going to use that, but the first thing you have to do to play this is, well, first of all, load the client and get into your hangar. I have the crappy cheap hangar because, like I said, I only backed and got the Aurora. Pick up your helmet. You need this because this thing represents your HUD. I don't know what's going on there. It just like didn't... I can't tell if I'm actually wearing it or not. Hang on a sec. It's all glitchy. It's not actually showing the helmet. Well, they're supposed to be... There it is! Let's try this again. It's an actual helmet. There we go. So now to look down, you can see the bottom of the helmet. Okay, cool. Cool. Shift to run, we'll just run to the ship and jump in real quick so we can take a look at the controls. I put up a previous videos which shows you how to rebind, not rebind really, but basically reverse the roll and yaw axes. So if you're a joystick player like me, and you want to play the old flight sim way, like the classic Wing Commander games, or Freelancer, Starlancer, X-Wing, TIE Fighter, you can do that. It's a very quick fix. You just open the control panel and type in a little something. So I'll put a link down below to that. But for now, we're just going to jump in and look at the controls for the actual combat stuff. And I tested this about 5 minutes ago, but the client crashed on me. Probably a good thing because I was doing pretty terrible. They were a pair of 300i ships that were just destroying me time and time again in the few minutes I was in space. So give this a shot. So get into your ship of choice, and you'll notice right away you move your mouse around, and all it does is look. So if you want to access the menu, just press Tab, and that brings up the cursor and locks the view straight. So Drone Sim is the waves of AI survival thing I talked about. Spectrum Match is the multiplayer thing they just added, so we're going to give this a shot. And then private matches are not available now, but eventually you'll be able to play privately with your friends and clanmates. So we'll hit public match. There are 2 maps to choose from. We're just gonna, I don't even know how to select the other one, but there are 2 maps. There's the Broken Moon and the other one with the orange background, but we'll select that. And right now the only mode available is Battle Royale. It's a free-for-all with everybody who's online, so that's selected. We'll hit launch and jump right in. So, like I said about rebinding the joystick axes, I am using a joystick. This is a Logitech Extreme 3D Pro. It's their trademark joystick that's been around for over a decade. It's like its default layout is used in most flight sim games, including War Thunder and World of Warplanes. So we'll be using that. And I will be using the keyboard as well, since I need to use some of those buttons to target enemies and control my afterburners and stuff. I have not mastered the control layout, and right now you cannot actually rebind any of the controls, which is why I had to make that video to show you how to switch the axes for the stick. But eventually that's going to come, along with more modes and ships and stuff. So let this load. I don't know how many players this mode supports. The first time I loaded it up just to see if it worked, I think there were like 6 or 7, maybe even 8 players. And then the last round, when the client crashed, there were 2 other enemy pilots, and then a third one entered just as I crashed. So we'll see. Hopefully there's lots of ships. It gives me a better opportunity to shoot somebody down.
All systems online.
You can use your mouse and keyboard to control, but we're going to use the stick. As soon as you switch to your stick, it bounds the crosshair forward, and your guns will move towards enemies when you lock them on. So this is the Hornet. Look at the little thrusters. Moves with you. I got these guns, laser guns up top. I got machine guns on the wings, and I have missiles as well I can lock on. We'll do that when we start targeting enemies. Here's the front view. You can actually see me moving the stick inside the cockpit. Pretty cool, right? Alright, we gotta stop messing around. We have enemies in our airspace. Alright, so this is the closest enemy. It's 2.5K away. So I'm going full throttle. If I hit shift, it should really make me gun it. Okay, so now I'm moving. I think once he's within 1.5 kilometers, I'm able to lock on with missiles, so we'll do that in a sec here. Okay. It's not working. Flying backwards, it looks like. Eat it! Come on! I killed him! Yes! Yes!
Alert.
Oh, those guys have 7 kills each. I only have 1. These guys have been playing for a while. Oh, crap. Oh, what? Oof. So, missile evaded. I pressed joystick button 5 to launch a flare. I got to afterburn away here. Where's this nearest enemy? Here he is.
Shields charging.
Shields. Oh. He's in front of me. I can press the missile lock. Fire. Oh, he got me good. I wonder if my missile hit him. I probably didn't. Hold down Alt. I can look at the scoreboard. Only 1 kill for me. So those guys have been battling it out for a while. That SMA player was actually in the last match I joined. He was doing really well. Obviously, 8 kills, 3 deaths. So I think both these pilots have the 300i. I don't know how that compares to my ship, but obviously their KD is way better.
All systems online. Bogey. Scanning. Bogey.
What is going on? The targeting system is being all weird. It won't just
Bogey.
keep lock. Once he gets within one... Here we go.
Bogey.
Missile away.
Lock. Chaff.
I just baited that missile. Whoa!
Alert. Starboard shield.
Crashed. Did I even kill him? No, damn. Doesn't count as a kill, even though he's dead. I think he shot me, then my debris hit him, so it may count as just like a death or suicide. X to respawn. I think you can respawn as many times as you want. I don't know if there's a time limit or it just keeps going or what the deal is.
Bogey.
You can jump in and out of matches, which is nice. You don't have to lobby up and wait.
Alert. Starboard shields. Down. Shields.
Really?
Charging.
Oh, wow. Blew my cockpit right open. Damn it. It's really hard to tell like when you're getting shot and how much damage you're taking and whether... Like, it gives you numbers when you're shooting the enemy, but I don't seem to be doing
Anvil Aerospace.
much damage to these
All
guys.
systems online.
What the biggest learning curve for me is figuring out the targeting systems. See, right now there should be enemies in space, right? I'm pressing R, nothing's locking on. By default, I start at 0 throttle, so I have to take my throttle, go down to 0, and go back up to.
Bogey.
Here we are.
Scanning.
It's cool space. So as you can see, just twisting my stick does the roll, which is much better than trying to do it the other way.
Scanning. Bogey.
These guys are gonna fight each other, it looks like, in their 300 eyes. Afterburner in a little bit. Okay, we're almost in range.
Lock.
Charging him, I don't even care. I don't even care! Yeah, I killed him!
Alert.
Ha!
Starboard shields. Down.
I crashed into him.
Collision.
I don't even care. How messed up is my ship? I'm okay, little sparks going on.
Shields charging.
Warning, shields critical. Blah, blah, blah. Who needs shields?
Offline.
Great.
Shields charging.
That's my machine guns. Still got these, though. So in the top left is your readout of your ship and its modules and what's damaged. You can see the machine guns are red, so they are offline. They're actually not even on my ship anymore. They dropped off. And then below that is a list of your 5 weapons. So I lost the 2 Mantis GT220s. I think those are the machine guns, I guess.
Scanning. Bogey.
Aha. So these guys are facing each other, it appears, which is good for me.
Shields charging.
Okay, I'm within range.
Shields charging.
Missile away. Oh crap. Fire! Oh, what the? Whoa. No, no kill for me. I thought, you know, all that stuff I was firing at him, I thought I killed him. Maybe the other player got him before I did. I was just shooting his debris. Alright, can do better. So, as you can see, the game's not fully polished yet. There are some weird loading screens and stuff. Okay. Looks like they killed each other again. Let's head towards this crazy space station. Pretty cool looking game, though. Nearest left. Crap, it's 1-on-1 now. Me versus SMA. Guess not many players are online this weekend trying this mode out. But they only sent out invites to the first 20,000 backers, so it's not that big of a player pool. Especially if people already jumped on to try it out. Invites were sent out at the beginning of the week, I think. Here we are.
Scanning.
Okay. This is going to be interesting. I'm pretty sure his vessel is far superior to mine. Walking.
Lock. Chaff. Collision.
Oh, what? What did I collide with? So those players are... Here, let me show you something. If I go to key bindings, if you press caps lock, you toggle, you decouple, what is it called? IDCD, FCS, or whatever that is, IFCS? Yeah, IFCS. And that like gives you like free control over your thruster. So with that off or on or whatever, you can actually like make your ship fly in reverse or sideways. And I'm pretty sure each time I approach these guys, they're spinning around and flying backwards away from me, and they become essentially like a mobile turret. So whenever they get close to me, they have me like, you know, dead to rights, it feels like. I'm gonna try that. Oh no, wait, I don't want to return to the hangar, sorry. Another player jumped, so that's really good. How do I respawn? Time remaining in match, 7:42. Yeah, I know it's Arena Commander. Why? Oh, well, I think it just kicked me out. Anyways, that's a first look at the Hornet. My first experience with the Hornet in Arena Commander, the PvP stuff. It is not an easy game to play, but it's certainly beautiful and it's fun and has a lot of potential. These fighters die very quickly against each other, so I'm very curious how that's going to work in the metagame. If you're playing in this persistent universe with your friends and you travel through a system and you're moving your ships and enemy fighters come in and you instantly die, what happens? You can't just respawn there. I mean, you can buy insurance for your ships, but what happens then? Do you spawn back at a space station or your home base or something? If I'm too easily out of the game, and the ships are killed off very easy. I guess they should be, but anyway, if I get access to another ship, I'll make a video for that. But for now, I just wanted to show you the controls and weapon systems and stuff, because I couldn't do that before in the drone sim mode with my Aurora. And soon, if you did back and you don't have access yet, you should get an invite in the coming weeks to try the PvP stuff. And then the more players they invite, the better, because it's going to stress test the servers and get a lot of people more opportunities to try out their vessels. This game is going to have an interesting challenge when it comes to balancing these ships, because I do think the 300i is better than the Hornet, and the Hornet is clearly better than the Aurora. So it's like better ship, better control scheme wins. Obviously skill is the biggest factor, but I don't know if everyone's not flying the same ship with the same weapons. I don't know how this is balanced. It'll be interesting, especially when you start bringing in the larger ships, the corvettes, the frigates, and the capital ships. I'm very curious how that's all going to work, but I'm very excited to find out. So for more Star Citizen videos, like and subscribe to this channel, and leave a comment with your thoughts on the game. And if you've played it and you have any tips or tricks or recommendations on how to play, let me know, and I'll see you next time. Cheers.